Hey y'all, what's up? This is episode 1 of Candid Restoration, and I'm super glad that y'all are here and y'all are listening. All the feedback, all the love, all the support, super grateful for it, and super happy that y'all are receptive to the kid, because everybody know me. When you're close to me, you know that I'm a talker. I will talk and talk about whatever is going on, and I just am like that. So I really want y'all to be comfortable with me, because I'm going to talk and I want y'all to talk. I really want to aim for interactivity with this podcast. It's not just going to be something you're listening to and it's like, oh yeah, I support her. Like, I want us to talk. I want y'all to have feedback. I want y'all to comment, use hashtags and however about the different things we're going to discuss here. But just want to say thank you, first of all, for even listening, and thank you for finishing this episode out, because I know you can do it and it's not going to be that long. So let's go. Let's roll into it right now. Okay, so let's jump into it. This is episode 1, and I think that it would be best to start it off with a little quick introduction of myself. Now, I know nobody likes introducing themselves, and that goes for me too. But I got to do it. This is episode 1. So, if you did not know, my name is Kiara, and I am from Florence, South Carolina. I'm 23 years old. Sometimes I'm known as Key, sometimes I'm called Kiki. But either way, I'm an outgoing little goofy spirit, and I plan to carry that out through this podcast. I'm not going to be any different than what you know me to be. Or maybe you don't know me and you're just here to get to know me and support me, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you, how my cousin would say. I really do. And today I just want to jump straight into the topic, which is definitely going to be quarantine / COVID-19, or COVID-19, like my friend likes to say. Let's talk about it, because I want to let you know 2020 is not playing with nobody. Okay, I'm talking about came in swinging since January. And don't you remember how excited we were? We were all, yeah, it's 2020. It's the year of the vision, clear our vision. We're going to set these goals. We're going, and not to say that 2020 killed all of our goals, and to say that, but it's been a little rough year, but maybe it's a way for us to slow down a little bit and focus on ourselves, because I probably wouldn't even be making this podcast if life wasn't like this. You know what I mean? And do y'all have those things that you found yourself doing because you kind of got extra time at home and you got that time to think? So I won't call 2020 a horrible year, but it's been kind of rough. It's month 7, and hey, things have just continued. Who shot Meg Thee Stallion? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy stuff. Kobe died. Coronavirus. Y'all remember the murder hornets that was supposed to be out one time? It's just crazy. I don't know what 2020 has in store. Somebody was like, hey, somebody playing Jumanji, hurry up and finish the game. I don't know. Maybe we're in that. I don't know, but I just know that this is crazy. Being that this is episode 1, I think also, before I jump into the topic of coronavirus and everything, I need to let you know why I made this podcast. And I made this podcast because I wanted to separate my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all this, to create a platform to have my voice, because I didn't want to be on Facebook commenting and arguing and fighting with people, and I didn't want to be on Twitter dragging people or getting dragged for my opinion. I wanted to create a platform for my voice and to hear y'all who care to interact with me, which I hope y'all do, because I mean, I plan to have some great topics to talk about with y'all. But let's make no mistake, guys, I don't aim to be problematic, y'all. I really don't. I'm not a problematic person, generally not problematic, but I'm also not gonna mince my words. I'm gonna say what I feel, and so I hope that y'all do the same, because I'm itching to talk about some of those weird topics, the real topics, and like the unpopular opinion stuff. So I hope y'all are riding with me, because we riding, we going, and we talking, and we're gonna open the table. You know what I mean? I hate to say table because Jada. We're gonna open the conversation for there to be real, honest, candid conversations. So now let's talk about quarantine. Let's roll on to it. Our lives are different now. It's really no way to go around that. Our lives are just completely different. And someone sent me a tweet the other day, and it was, I can't remember all the way, but it was something like extroverts ain't been able to hug somebody in months. They ain't holding up right now. Or go check on your extroverted friends, they not okay. And I felt that, because I'm not okay. You know, like, honey, I'm a toucher. I'm a talk. Like, you know those people who slap you when they laughing, or when you make them laugh, they're just like, that's me. So all this social distancing and stay in your house mess is killing me, like literally killing me. And just like everybody else, you know, at first I was like, okay, work from home, okay, yes, you know, and then I realized, that's really not fun, because I got to be home anyway. So now you saying I gotta work at home too. Not only that, but your brain is not programmed to do work when they're home. You know what I mean? Your brain is like, okay, I'm home, so we're chilling. So you have to go through this whole reset for your mind to even realize, like, okay, no, we're home, but we still gotta work. So I remember being at home once we crossed over to remote, working in the bed, and I was like, this not gonna work, because my mind is telling me I'm supposed to be napping. This is supposed to be nap time, or I'm supposed to still be sleeping, and I had to get up still regular time to work from bed. And I quickly realized that's not how you go about that. I started to change my schedule and work from the living room, or work from the kitchen table, or anywhere but my bed, because my mind literally is programmed, everyone's is to go to bed when you're in your bed. So that's just one of the hurdles that I've been going through with the quarantine thing. But social distancing is tough. And let's get into the hard topic about quarantine that no one is talking about, which is loneliness. Right? Because are y'all not lonely? Young sis is lonely. Like I said, I'm extroverted, and I love my friends, and I love my family. I love visiting. I love having visitors. I love going to lunch, partying, drinking, whatever else. You know what I mean? The things that we no longer can safely and openly do. You know? So it's very, very easy to feel lonely in times like this, because your friends may be working all the time. You may be the one that's working all the time. Or, you know, it's just generally not safe for us to be gathered up. So it's a time where loneliness can definitely creep up on you. And I'm here to let you know that it is normal. Because some days I will just literally rack my brain over and over on, like, what can I do for the day? What can I do for the day? That's safe, mind you. That's safe for me to do. Because low-key, I'm scared to go to Walmart. I'm scared to go to Walmart. Like, where's the cure? Because anywhere where I think that there's too many people, like, I'm not jiggy with it. Like, I'll literally walk a whole nother aisle walk through a whole other aisle just to get to the aisle that I was supposed to go to. If it's a family on the aisle, like, no, ma'am, y'all keep y'all, I just can't do it. So I know it's a lot of us feeling lonely, you know. I know you may not want to call it that. People are sensitive about word choice, but that's what it is. Nobody likes being with themselves for long periods of time. Even if you're introverted, you don't want to do that. You miss your friends, or you miss doing those little things that you did. Even if it was by yourself, you miss doing those things that you could do away from home right now because you gotta be home. But Corona is like, not on my watch. One thing that was affected by Corona was my graduation ceremony. It's postponed way later than, so I graduated in May. Our ceremony is supposed to be in September. Y'all do that math. Do that math, baby, because that's a lot. It's a long time away, and at first I remember feeling like I didn't care, like, about a graduation ceremony, because I realized, this is unprecedented. None of us has ever been through a pandemic. None of us. I think it's been 100 years since the last pandemic. We ain't been through nothing like this. So if our graduation had to be sacrificed, then so what? That's how I felt. And I was scared to even go to the graduation because I'm like, we don't know if that's gonna be safe. Like, y'all trying to push it back to another date, thinking, oh, well, what if he killed it? And here we are in July with rising confirmed cases. So I don't know. I just remember initially feeling pessimistic about it, and one of my friends, Jaleel, was like, well, we gotta walk. He's very adamant about it. And I'm just like, I guess. But I mean, now I'm feeling more positively about it, I guess. But I'm still apprehensive because, as I said, none of us have ever lived through something like this. We don't know. It's scary times. But I know that there's people who have gotten their graduation completely canceled. So I don't want to seem ungrateful. It's just really bittersweet. So, but that's just one of those things that have gotten affected for me in my life. As well as, like I said, the social harm. That's, like, you gotta call people these days. As a matter of fact, what have y'all been doing when y'all feel lonely? Because we can't go outside, and if you do go outside, I know you're scared when you do go outside. So I've become that friend who calling, that family member who is calling. Okay, I call everybody. I've never been a texter anyway, but honey, now I'm a super caller. Like, if I didn't text, I just wouldn't text you, but you'll see me. I might just happen to come to your house or plan to see you another time, blah, 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 even if I wouldn't text. But now I can't do that. So now I'm calling y'all. And when those calls reach dead ends, though, I get pressed. I know I'm not the only one. I get pressed, like, because I can't come see you now. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm really dependent on you to answer the phone. Which I'm realizing a lot of people do not get jiggy with phone calls. And that's a topic for another day, y'all. We will get into that. Because I swear to you, I do not like texting. I do not. But anyways, when those phone calls reach those dead ends, I get sad, y'all. Because what I'm going to do? Pop up at your door? No. What if COVID in there? What if we in there? No. So, it's just tough. Because I'm used to going places and being enjoyed or enjoying the people that are around me. And so it's like, what do you do now? So, what are y'all doing to occupy your time? What things do y'all do? Because that loneliness ghost will come swoop on your ass and make you feel sad for a moment. Okay? I know. And some of the things I do, like maybe I'll nap it out, nap the sadness over. You know what I mean? Nap it real fast, which is not a good thing, I guess, but it's not a bad thing either. It's just another way to like move your mind off of it, or scroll through social media for some laughs. And hope nothing pisses me off for the day, because Lord knows social media is very controversial right now. And we will talk about that another day for sure. I mean, from the brutality videos on Twitter to the fights with random Karens on Instagram and shade room all over Facebook. Like, it's a flurry. Like, it's just too much. Too much. And we're going to get to that another day, like I said. But to wrap this one up and not to be so long on the talk, I want y'all to do me a favor, and follow this podcast Twitter. Now I know you're probably like, Kiara, this episode 1, you already got it. Yes, I do. I do. Because I'm committed to this. I'm really interested in this, and I hope that y'all are too. So what I want y'all to do, the favor is, excuse me, what's going on? Is to go to my Twitter. Well, not my Twitter, but the podcast Twitter, which is Kandid Restore, which is Kandid with a K, KANDID RESTORE, Kandid Restore, and hashtag quarantine loner tips for the things that you do to keep busy and not lonely and safe during the quarantine. I'm interested in what you all would have to say. And if you don't use Twitter, you can use the hashtag on Facebook and Instagram as well. I just really want to see the things that y'all are doing, and I want my listeners to be able to also see some tips, because what if they need some help when they're feeling sad? Because I'm never sad and lonely to where I cry, but some people might. You know, some people's mind are not at a strong point to be sitting in the house all the time, sitting with whatever household they live in all the time, or sitting by themselves all the time. So I really want y'all to get active with this hashtag and help each other out, you know. So I want everyone, including myself, to use the hashtag quarantine loner tips, and we're gonna send tweets out, Facebook posts out, pictures of things you do to keep fun, or yourself jamming to some music, or, you know, whatever you're doing to keep from those lonely waves from hitting you, because I know we all getting them. So show me a hashtag love, and I'll be doing it too. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up and get some sleep. Oh, I want to end with a quote from Arthur Mandy Hale, and it's about loneliness. I want y'all to check this one out. The quote goes, "If you learn to really sit with loneliness and embrace it for the gift that it is, an opportunity to get to know you, to learn how strong you really are, to depend on no one but you for your happiness, you will realize that a little loneliness goes a long way in creating a richer, deeper, more vibrant, and colorful you." Now, I don't know about y'all, but didn't that hit? You know what I mean? Because sitting there being lonely today, I didn't wake up in the best mood. I really was in a crazy mood today. Like, I don't know what was wrong, but sitting there feeling lonely, or feeling however I was feeling, prompted me to start this podcast up. And don't you ever just like be sitting by yourself so bored that you start doing something? You might start cleaning, or you might start cooking, or you might call up that person you've been meaning to call, or whatever the case is. You know, when you sit there and you learn how to be alone and not lonely, it can be really powerful. So I want y'all to think about that. And I want y'all to have a great day or a great night, whatever time of day it is that you're listening, and I thank you for listening. I will see y'all next week for the next episode. Peace out.